Path of realization is a path in which we really hold a strong intention to see things as they are more clearly, fresh, in the present moment. And as we notice what we might be carrying from the past and get a sense of ourselves as the observer that's observing those patterns from the past, we, from that position of the observer, get a much greater sense of choice as to how to respond in situations because we're able to see what conditioning is being carried along and how that is different than what it might be to look at the moment afresh. And so, in our spiritual practices, whether it be meditation or inquiry, we're often sensing our way into a perspective where we're observing not so much from the ego perspective, but we're finding our way to a kind of sensing from a more unencumbered awareness. You could say it's that expression of awareness that's been looking through your eyes and bearing witness to your life from as far back as you can remember to the present. And so, as you sense your way into a greater capacity to observe and bear witness to the unfolding of the moment in a way that's more free of the structures and the layers that we carry of in our egoic self, the more we're able to be intimate with the present moment, to really join it in a way where those layers and um, impressions that we carry from the past are more transparent or perhaps even dissolved. And it often depends for each individual, what condition patterns tend to be more sticky and pull you into a greater degree of unconsciousness or perhaps being triggered or kind of going to sleep and just sort of living out certain patterns, and which ones are less sticky and you're able to either carry very lightly or to notice their dissolving or disappearance. Now, some patterns are such that they really stick around for quite a long while. And patterns that stick around for quite a long while can be both positive and difficult. And usually we don't pay too much attention to the positive ones because they often aren't sticky. They just kind of pass through and don't really deliver us to like a state of more overt resistance or suffering. They can deliver us to states of seeking and grasping that can also be very dissatisfying and can reinforce a sense of lack within. And so it can be helpful to keep your eyes open and continue to be aware of both the tendency to grasp for what's positive and push away what feels negative. And in this noticing of what you're grasping for, pushing away, there's this common backdrop of this seeing, of this bearing witness, of this awareness that's aware of the grasping or aware of the resistance. And when that awareness rests in the heart center, it takes on a different flavor. It really enters into a different capacity of perception that has a greater capacity of heart to be with what is. When you tap into the willingness of heart to be present for what is, whether it be challenging or alluring. There's a different quality of awareness. There's an awareness that has a greater sense of care and compassion and a kind of healing quality in its amazing allowance to embrace your humanness.